beginning of Nigeria's republic.
A meritorious date was on Thursday, 8th February 2024, as the former governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Raji Fashola, launched his book, Nigerian Public Discourse.
So we look at monetary poverty. But when we do,
The book, Nigerian Public Discourse, is an interplay of empirical evidence which focuses on the dynamic interaction and relationship between different public issues in Nigeria. The 218-page book, published by Kurama Publishing this year, highlights the reality of situations in the country and the fictitious claims that often blur the realities on ground. The book presentation took place at the Eco Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, and had in attendance distinguished guests, which include the former governor of Rivers State, Honorable Rotimi Amechi, Femi Gbajabiamila, Chief of Staff to the President, Representative Akin Rotimi for Ekiti North 1, House Speaker Oba Sahid Ademola Elegushi, Oba Abdulwasiu Omogbolahan Lawal of Oniru, Representative of the Governor of Ondo State, Makinde Araoye, Public Analyst Ibukun Awoshika, Professor Anthony Kler, amongst many other dignitaries. Yemi Shashori, CEO Kurama Publishing, in a publisher's remarks, noted that the publishing company has identified that everybody has a story to tell and is committed to helping everyone tell their story, including Babatunde Raji Fashola, its latest author, who has vast experience in different fields.
We quickly saw its value in provoking further thought and discourse amongst its readers, and that it will help develop our minds and, above all, change perspectives from merely relying on assumptions alone to form our views. We wasted no time in committing to publishing it, no time. In this project, we are particularly gratified to have worked with a clear-minded and purposeful author and commentator in conceiving and dedicating time to produce such a meaningful and thought-provoking piece of work. As publishers, we were merely serving as enablers to help transform an idea into reality. That reality is this book.
Anthony Kler, professor and institute director at CIAPS, said that Babatunde Raji Fashola's book was worth reading, commenting on how the book is a very personal narrative that is unapologetically built on and framed around the education, exposure, and experience of Mr. Fashola, the writer.
This is a book about epistemology, i.e. the study of knowledge. What this book tells us is that knowledge matters. People have been using the word data and information, but the real idea is knowledge. The reason why people will say what is not true or believe what is not true is because they're not knowledgeable. It's as simple as that. Now, for all facts in life that are not mysterious or requires magic, the question is, qui bono, who benefits? We then need to look at who benefits in disseminating wrong information or impeding people from knowing. Therein lies the real thing. BRF, as we call the author, a man of many titles, has been able to free himself from the shackles of being a politician. Because with all respect, let us say it, unlike monarchs and doctors, the tool of a politician is persuasion. And when you have to persuade, the risk of being hyperbolical is always there. So here we are, the paradox of the epitome of hyperbolism that brings himself out to then take my job, to be a scholar. To say, let us look at it not because of our interest, but let us understand facts and knowledge. I think if we truly want to help ourselves, what we need is to give ourselves knowledge.
Chief of Staff to President Bola Tinubu and representative of the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, commended the author, especially in highlighting the need for separating realities from falsehood in national discussions.
Public discourse is driven by alternative facts, dropped with reckless abandon on social media and technology, including artificial intelligence tools, allowing for the creation of false realities to confuse and deceive people and distort perceptions of what is real and what isn't. The challenge we face and must meet head-on is how to return to having a public discourse and a political and policy decision-making process that overcomes this new paradigm. We must, because if we cannot agree on common truths and don't exist in the same reality, then we cannot develop the shared values and the common purpose that is a central requirement for cohesion and national identity.
Mr. Fashola, the author, noted that the book was a self-inflicted literary adventure, an output for his 21 years of public service.
Data will help us determine how many we are, what amount of water we need, what quantity of food. In Chief Obafemi Awolowo's time, that was a long time ago. He went into analytics of the quality and quantity of nutrition that each human being needs to survive. But how do we know what quantity to produce if we don't know how many will eat it? So it is either farming shortages or farming excesses and losses. And so data makes this very important. Accurate data, therefore, will be beneficial for us. For me, a life without shortages of basic needs, like food, like water, like shelter and energy, will be a good life. And data is critical to this objective.
Other attendees and special guests while lauding the project said they hope more people will read and analyze the book because it's a book on various national subjects for the good of the nation.
Could also kindly join us on stage for the book presentation.